The Second Anglo-Mysore War from 1780 to 1784 was a significant conflict in South India. This war was part of a series of 4 Anglo-Mysore wars fought between the Kingdom of Mysore and the British East India Company, each shaping the future of the Indian subcontinent in profound ways. It pitted the Kingdom of Mysore, led by the formidable Hyder Ali, against the British East India Company, which was rapidly expanding its influence in India. Hyder Ali, a brilliant military strategist, had already proven his mettle in previous conflicts. The war was a struggle for dominance in the lucrative Carnatic region, a territory rich in resources and strategic importance. Control over this region meant significant economic and political power. The First Anglo-Mysore War, which ended in 1769, left a legacy of mistrust and unresolved tensions between Mysore and the British. This earlier conflict set the stage for the subsequent wars. The Treaty of Madras, signed in 1769, aimed to establish peace but contained contentious clauses that neither side fully honored. This fragile peace was short-lived. The British failed to honor the treaty when the Marathas attacked Mysore in 1771. This breach of agreement further strained relations and sowed seeds of distrust. This breach of trust fueled Hyder Ali's suspicion of British intentions. He began to see the British not as allies, but as a growing threat to his kingdom's sovereignty. The Second Anglo-Mysore War had significant implications for the balance of power in South India. It was a brutal and intense conflict that saw both sides suffering heavy losses. Understanding its causes and consequences is crucial for comprehending British expansion in India. The outcomes of these wars played a pivotal role in shaping the colonial landscape of the region, influencing the course of Indian history for years to come. The Maratha attack on Mysore in 1771 was a significant event that set off a chain reaction in the region. This attack marked a turning point in Anglo-Mysore relations, altering the balance of power. Hyder Ali, the ruler of Mysore, found himself isolated and denied British assistance. This left him embittered and increasingly wary of British designs in the region. This growing distrust was crucial in leading to the Second Anglo-Mysore War, a conflict that would reshape the subcontinent. Meanwhile, the American War of Independence, which began in 1775, further complicated the geopolitical landscape. France, eager to undermine British influence globally, began supporting the American colonies in their fight for independence. The British East India Company, wary of French intentions and their growing influence, adopted an aggressive posture in India. They aimed to capture the strategically important French-controlled port of Mahé on the Malabar coast, a move that would have significant repercussions. This aggressive action pushed Hyder Ali further into the arms of the French, solidifying an alliance that set the stage for a major confrontation between the powers. So, in 1779, the British East India Company dispatched a formidable force to capture the French-controlled port of Mahé on the Malabar coast. This strategic move was part of a larger plan to weaken French influence in India and secure British dominance in the region. Mahé held immense strategic significance for the French, serving as a vital link in their supply chain and a crucial point for their military operations in the Indian Ocean. Its capture would disrupt French logistics and weaken their position in the region. Hyder Ali, the powerful ruler of Mysore, had granted the French permission to fortify Mahé. He was outraged by the British attack. Viewing it as a blatant act of aggression and a violation of his sovereignty, he considered it not only a direct challenge to his authority but also a personal affront. The British incursion into Mahé was seen as an insult to his power and a threat to his alliances. The capture of Mahé solidified the alliance between Hyder Ali and the French, as both parties now had a common enemy in the British. This alliance would prove to be a significant factor in the conflicts to come. Feeling deeply betrayed and determined to defend his sovereignty, Hyder Ali resolved to confront the British forces head-on. He began to mobilize his troops and prepare for a significant military campaign. The capture of Mahé marked the beginning of the Second Anglo-Mysore War, a conflict that would see intense battles and significant losses on both sides. It was a turning point in the struggle for control over southern India. Bolstered by French support, Hyder Ali prepared to launch a counter-offensive against the British. His forces, now more determined than ever, were ready to reclaim Mahe and push back against British encroachment. The Second Anglo-Mysore War would become one of the most challenging and fiercely contested conflicts the British East India Company faced in India, shaping the future of the subcontinent. Incensed by the capture of Mahe, Hyder Ali sought to forge alliances against the British. He formed a formidable alliance with the Nizam of Hyderabad and the Marathas. The Nizam saw an opportunity to curtail British expansion. The Marathas recognized the greater threat posed by the British. This alliance united three powerful forces against the British. The combined armies dwarfed the British forces, forcing them onto the defensive. Internal rivalries and mistrust among the Allies hindered their coordination. Nevertheless, the alliance marked a significant escalation of the conflict. The Second Anglo-Mysore War witnessed a series of fierce battles. Hyder Ali inflicted a crushing defeat on a British force at Pollilur in 1780. This victory emboldened Hyder Ali and his allies. Hyder Ali's forces captured several key forts and towns, including Arcot. The British, under Sir Eyre Coote, regrouped and launched a counter-offensive. Coote's strategic acumen proved effective against Hyder Ali's army. The Battle of Porto Novo in 1781 marked a turning point in the war. Despite setbacks, Hyder Ali continued to challenge the British. However, his death in December 1782 deprived Mysore of a brilliant military leader. Hyder Ali's death in December 1782 marked a turning point in the war. His son, Tipu Sultan, inherited a difficult conflict. The British, under Sir Eyre Coote, had regained the initiative. Tipu Sultan realized that a negotiated settlement was prudent. The British were also amenable to peace talks. The Treaty of Mangalore, signed in 1784, ended the war. It was a status quo antebellum agreement, returning to pre-war boundaries. The treaty included provisions for the resumption of trade and diplomatic relations. However, it did little to address the underlying tensions between Mysore and the British. The Second Anglo-Mysore War ended with an uneasy peace. The Treaty of Mangalore restored the pre-war status quo but did not reconcile Mysore and the British. The war demonstrated the growing military capabilities of Mysore under Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. It highlighted the complex alliances and rivalries in 18th century India. The war set the stage for future confrontations, culminating in the Fourth Anglo-Mysore War in 1799. The conflict served as a reminder of the human cost of imperial ambitions in shaping modern India.